Welcome to Trading Lounge and the European indices for the 5th of June, and starting with the DAX on the hourly chart here. I want to talk about the structure here for a moment between wave 4 here and wave 5. As you know, I've been looking at, we know that wave 3 here, this is the length of wave 3 here, is actually smaller than wave 1. So for this whole structure here to be valid, that means that wave 5 here needs to be shorter than wave 3, because wave 3 can't be the shortest in the structure. So we put this here, this is the length of wave 3, we put it on top of wave 4 there, and we can see that we're taking out those highs there, and I can see that this is corrective and we'll be moving higher from this point here. So what all this means, and this is what we'd been waiting for to see if this length here takes out the top here, and it has. So it changes the count from this wave 4 here to wave 5 here. We need to change that. We need to change it. Well, let's just go in and let's go to the weekly chart. Let's go to the big picture and check it out. So with the weekly chart here, we've been looking at wave 3 here, an A wave, a B wave, and a C wave here for wave 4, and we've been looking for wave 5 to this wave 5 here. If I can just copy that and take that up here, wave 5 to take us into new highs here. That's what we've been looking at here. And yeah, so I'm thinking that we've actually got wave 1 here, because before we were counting 5 waves up looking for wave 1 to come up into this space here, but I think that we can just about put it here in line with some of the US banks. So let's just go to the daily chart here. This is how we've had it at this point with wave 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 5, but we're seeing this extend up here. So I can see that it's going to extend further up through here. So it's giving us that nice elongated structure here. So I'm thinking that we need to change it in terms of this way here. So this can go up here, 3, 4, 5. This can come down here. ABC for this one here. So yeah, we're just coming into a longer third wave that will take us into these old highs up here, and then that will play out in a nice sideways fall correction as well. Wave 2 being simple, then wave 4 will be complex here. To get a better picture of this, let's just go to the 4-hour chart and pick it up from here. So from the low here, I'm looking at this as 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 5 here for 1, ABC for 2 here, and then we're going to be moving up into this third wave here. So with this wave 1 here, the length of this here from the low here, then we'll just take this here and put it just here, because we don't want to see this wave 3 up here being shorter either. So we'll just keep an eye on that as well. The very basic yardstick that I use there, not very professional, but old habits die hard. From this wave 2, we're looking at this as wave 1 and 2 here, and then wave 1 and 2 here, and then wave 3 here, and then wave 4 coming into play here, and then wave 5 here of wave 3, and then we'll see wave 4 play out across this major trading level 13 here, and then we'll see the market push higher into the third wave here. That's how I'm seeing it. And as always, we just go step by step. So, you know, you may say, no, that's not going to happen, and this and that, and so on, and that's fine. But I just want to stay with the evidence. And the evidence was that this move here was short, was wave 1 here was longer, and then this wave 3 here wasn't fitting properly, or this one wasn't, wave 1 wasn't fitting here compared to this one here. So I've just moved with the rules. That's all I've done here. So everything's looking good now. We don't need these yardsticks. And our main focus now really is from wave 2 here to wave 3 here. That's our thing. So we could say the longer term target here is coming up into the 13,000. There's a couple of things that we need to know here in regards to the trading levels. So we've got a medium level here and major trading level here, and we've got these minor levels. So this 12,500 number 5 is the second strongest number, and we're seeing the market have a correction here. So the next level to the upside here, there's a couple of them, but the main one is the 800. Always call 8 the profit taking number, so we'll see the bids get hit there as well. Now 8 is always part of group 2 as well, so we'll also be able to have a look at group 2 with that. So we look at group 2 as 65, so that will be 650 there. We'll look at this on a smaller chart, but 650 and then 72 here. So 12,720 in there. So that makes up group 2, but that can go to a smaller chart at that point. And yeah, so our job is to count 5 waves from 2 to 3 here. So let's go in and have a bit of a look at that. Well, that's the hourly chart, which we had looked at before, so we won't need that. We'll just go to a later version of things. So the 15-minute chart here. So with the 15-minute chart here, we're picking up from blue wave 2, which used to be blue wave 4, and we'll move up from that point there. So we need to see the market move up. We are correcting across the 12,500 here. So Thursday we expect a profit-taking day, and we expect Friday and Monday to be bullish days in the bullish weekly cycle. So we're looking for this to move higher. So the safe trade here, I mean, we're already long from down here, and that's cool, but and we'll stay long, but the 12,500, if you're going to put in a new trade here, then buying on that level as support would be the right thing to do. Now you could move in a little bit earlier for all of this, but we just don't want to get caught out with the spike to the downside first. So I'll just leave it at that there. I've got a couple of different counts for this here as well. I've got a count here where this is actually this wave 4 here in this case. So I've got that count there as well, which is on the tick chart. I need to go back over this. I just need to spend time with it, and time is short. Well, we go for a month. Right, so this is the count we're looking at from wave 2 here, wave 1 and 2, and 1 and 2 here, and we're going up into wave 3 here. So I'm looking for this to be quite long, really. I'm looking for it to take us up into, this is a slightly different count here. So this is looking at wave 1 here and 2 here, and then 1 and 2 in grey here, 3 here. Pull these into place, whoops-a-daisy. Wave 4 here, and then 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 5 to take us up to the third wave, ABC for the fourth wave here. So the arrival to 13,000 and then back again. But don't forget, this is where we start to, we need to look at a few things here. So 12,720, oh, that's close enough for the time being. And we want 650 in here. So that's group 2 there. You can just put them right on their proper numbers. So going from 12,000 to 13,000 here, we've got 1, 2, and 3, which is group 1, which is really trying to find support on that now. And then the midpoint, the 50, the 500 in this case, number 5. So support on that would tell us that we're on the right track. So you can go along at that point. But these ones here will give you a resistance here. So if you're looking to take profit, then this is the space to do it. So 72 and 80 would be the place to take profit at that point, because that's where you'll see a correction at that point. And we may even see it that if I just get this into a more realistic place, if that's 1 and 2 here, then wave 3 is going to be here somewhere. Wave 4 maybe here, probably there somewhere. 4 here. And 5 can leave us here, or 5 here, may leave us short here. then this ABC pattern here for the wave 4 that can pull back to the wave 4 of 1 lesser degree here, so I'll just leave that there. So it's a process to the upside here, and then wave 3 here. So and then wave 4 coming back here once again, but I think wave 4 will be up here, so we'll be able to put that up on some sort of line through here. But it's going to be tricky to trade. You know, there's a beginning and middle and an end to everything. We're going from wave 2 to wave 3 here, and in that wave 2 to wave 3 there's a beginning, a middle and an end, and this will be the ending structure here. So it will be a rather complicated affair for all of this. Let me just drill in here a little bit. I was just looking at 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 here. It doesn't look very good as a 5th wave here, does it? Yeah. So I'm not sure about labeling that the way that I have, so just take that with a pinch of salt. I'll just need to go over this a little bit further here. Just need to, I mean, the 4th wave could end up over here as well for this, and all of this here, the A, B, C here, just for the A wave here, then a B wave and a C wave here. I'm not quite sure. Not quite sure, but we don't have an impulse wave up here just yet. We have 5 waves here, and we have another 5 waves over here. So if we get another move up through here, so as 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 5 up here, then that will give us an impulse wave. Then there'll be a correction in 3 waves, and then there'll be another move up. So that would be a safer place to get into at that point. So why don't we just for the sake of it, we'll put this wave 1 here and wave 2 here, and I'll just drag this across here for the time being. I'll just put that here for the time being. I'm not quite sure which one's right. It hasn't popped out at me, and this is really not the low here. So, but the main point here is to take away is 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 here, and then up for 5 here. If we get 5 waves, then you can label it wave 1. But otherwise, it's a move to the downside because it's corrective at this point. Do you know it's only 3 waves up? So you don't want to trade that. You need that 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 here, then an A, B, C back 50, 60%, and so on at that point. So, another way to look at this too is you could probably go long on 12,550 here as support, of 12,450 as support. Right, okay, let's have a look at the Footsie. Okay, so the same situation as with the Footsie here as well. We can count this as wave 1 here, and 2 here, and 3 here, and then wave 4 here overlaps wave 1, so that's breaking a rule. The other rule that's broken here is that that this is wave 3 here. Well, this is the length of wave 3. Let me not move too fast from the low here to the high here. That's the length. So it's shorter than wave 1, right? And at the same time, if I bring it over here to wave 5, we can see that it's shorter than wave 5. So this is the shortest leg in the out of this impulse wave here. So we know that that's not correct. So we need to label this differently as well here. So we'll start to do it this way here, I'd imagine. So we won't need that. We can call that wave 1 here. This one here can move to here. She'll keep this one here. That will be cool. Just double down on this one. That will be 2 there. And maybe we can call this wave 2 here. I won't do all of it at the moment. We'll just leave it at that. But we'll look at this here as wave 3 moving up into this space. Wave 4 here. Wave 5 here to make wave 3 here. And we'll move that out of the way there. So this will be our new view of this particular structure here. So as I talked about with the DAX, in terms of having a little wave 4 here, we can quite easily see that It's a bit messy in here because it was messy with the riots happened in the US, and it's a bit difficult to count this here. It moves into the guessing game in counting some of that, but one way or another we know that this is a fourth wave coming into here. I just don't know if it's finished, but any strength in that, and you can see that move up. This is a medium level here at 6,500. There will definitely be some type of play coming into this here, like this here. Okay, so if you're trading long, then the 6,500 is the go. You want to put small trades in this, and I can see the price where it is at the moment. So you could start building into this at 6,350 and then start to build on top of that. Give it a little bit of space at 400. It should move through that and then move up to 500. So you can start building on top of 400 as well. Once 400 becomes the support, you move in on 400, and then 410, 20, and 30. They're the numbers that you build in on at that point. So there's a good space for all of this. So I'll leave it at that. Thanks for tuning in. Much appreciated. Cheers.